Welcome to Roots to Fruit HQ. What I'm going to do is give you a brief video here about how to do quick compost. So it's heating it up and sort of getting it done within weeks rather than within years. So let's have a look at the ingredients and the process, and this is like a quick video to get you sort of started. So first things first is to look at your carbon and where you can get it. The best source of carbon we found in this process is of leaves. So the leaves, ideally they're brown, they're from the autumn, they're from last autumn, so you save them, hold on to them. And what we're going to do is find a constant source of nitrogen, which is anything that's green. So obviously very often brown is carbon, green is nitrogen, and the nitrogen and the carbon working together will break down much more quickly, and you'll find that it will heat up. There are other sources of carbon that you can use if you haven't got enough leaves. Shredded wood chip, ideally if it's got leaves in that would be fantastic. So it's something that's fairly fine. Obviously some of these big bits will take a lot longer to break down than just a few weeks. And also you can use things like paper and cardboard. Make sure it's torn up small, and obviously if you get it wet, it's easier to break down. As far as nitrogen, if you haven't got much grass cuttings, you can use weeds and hedge cuttings or stuff that isn't too woody or green. So I've got nettles, I've got dandelions, hedge clippings that are green. And also for nitrogen source, you can use things like vegetable peelings. There's a banana peel or fruit peelings that come out of the kitchen. And obviously what you're trying to do is to break these down. And so if you're going to go down the route of using your leaves, the key is to make sure that the leaves are shredded. So you can put them through a garden shredder, or if there are no stones, bits of glass, large twigs or branches, you can run your lawnmower over it if it's like at about a couple of inch depth, and just keep working your way down. So you've got something that's pretty fine like this. Yep. The next thing to do is to, in equal amounts, to mix it with your grass cutting. So you mix the carbon, ideally your leaves that are shredded, and your grass clippings. So you box off the grass on your lawn and you mix them together in equal parts. And what I do is I mix it in a 1 ton bulk bag that you use from the builders merchants. You get those big bulk bags and you mix them together. So you layer it up together, and as you're going along, you fork it and turn it over until all the grass is evenly mixed in with the leaves. And then you make sure that it is damp to the touch, and also you regularly turn it over, adding air to it. You might want to transfer it to another bulk bag, and after 8 days or 2 weeks perhaps, you'll get something that looks like this. This is pretty much ready to use as a mulch. But if you're really impatient and you don't want to wait the 8 weeks to really break down, as long as there are no stones, there are no bits of glass in, reshred it through your garden shredder, or even put it through, you'll run your lawnmower over it, and you get something that looks like this, which is almost ready as a potting compost. But if you are using a shredder or a strimmer, or a shredder or a lawnmower, make sure that you wear the correct PPE, safety boots, gloves, and a hat, a visor, helmet, ear defenders, because obviously you're using the lawnmower for shredding material. And make sure that the area has no twigs or stones or branches on, and in that way you should be then nice and safe. Make sure that you're fully clothed, and that there's no skin showing, and that you've got good guards on your shins, and also that the side of the lawnmower is protected so that no projectiles can come out from underneath it, ideally like with a barrier that's in place. But that's the process in general. Going back as a quick recap, so make sure you've got equal parts of green and brown. That's nitrogen and carbon, whether ideally it would be leaves and grass cuttings. Make sure the leaves are shredded. Make sure that you mix the leaves evenly with the grass cuttings. So you use equal parts, and I use a bulk bag. I use 2 bulk bags to make sure. So I fill up one totally with leaves, I fill up one totally with grass cuttings. I mix the two together, and I've got 2 bulk bags that come out of it. Regularly keep turning it to make sure that it keeps warm and that it breaks down. If after 8-10 days you want to use it as a mulch, you can do. It should be this colour. Make sure it's damp, and also if you want to use it after a couple of weeks, and you're a bit impatient and you don't want to wait the full 8 weeks, then use a lawnmower or a shredder to make it nice and fine. But make sure that you are safe and you put the correct precautions in place.